As of today, there are currently 20 playable characters in Wuthering Waves. And since I've been playing the game from the global release on May 22 this year, first I started by drawing some characters that I like, and then I realized I've drawn so many characters, so I thought why not draw all of them. Starting with the character I drew first or I like the most is her. I like her because she appears as a chill as fiber in the story. So I picked the usual samurai pose you see on Pinterest or Tumblr, but it looked really stiff. But a few days after that, I tried once again. I think this pose is much better than the last one, but I'm not really a fan of that face or the emotion, I guess. So I think the next one is the simplest one yet in terms of the posing. It was based on a radial animation you see on the character screen, which looks really cute. And yeah, I really like this a lot because how clean and simple it looks. I also use normal layer where I can add a lot of detail like shapes, lines, and you can see some changes within my art style because there have been like a week or a month gap between some of the pieces that I done. But I'm pretty happy with the changes on the art style, especially on some of the last piece. The next one for Encore came from her trailer, which I thought looked pretty dope because of the background. It's in this theater where you can see a spotlight in some of the skin, so I want to replicate that. And sometimes I also feel like I'm pretty bad at deciding an emotion for the characters. But for this one, I think I can just use her ultimate for the reference. And then after almost a week, I drew this. My top process for this one, oh, anime girl eating burger, how cute. And yeah, it does look cute, doesn't it? And it also came from those meme of anime girls eating burger. And then the day after that, I drew this, which came from nothing really. This pose just appeared in my mind without any reference or anything, and I'm not really happy with it, but it's passable. I drew her because she looks really similar to Vera from Vanishing Grade 11, and then I noticed they both came from Kuro Games. The inspiration for this piece came from this iconic picture of Saber, which came from this comic panel about two girls in a public toilet. And yeah, pretty cool, right? And then a few days after that, I drew this. The pose came from this Art of Surter from Agnex, and I thought it will fit somehow because they both have red hair. But to make suggestive pose looks good, you need to do a lot of things right, like the subtle expression and accompany it with the pose that doesn't look stiff, which I think I didn't really accomplish that well with this piece. So for the last one, I have an idea of using the in-game location as a reference because there is this one place in the game where the scenery suddenly changes from green hilly plains to this blue icy fields littered with crystal and peaceful music. It really gives you the serene and peaceful feeling until the bell rises up from the ground. There are still many more places in the game like this, from giant ash tree to this underground cavern to this flying tram. And I be damned, they even got weapons. That is one aspect I like the most about exploring in open world games. There are some beautiful places scattered about the world, and you can just wonder, what is the story of this place? What the hell happened here? Or you can just sit there and admire the immaculate vibes. And that is why I decided to use this place for the reference. This is one of the pieces where I use multiple layer instead of a normal layer. The main reason for that is the background, and I want it so the character fit the background that I drawn. And I can set the color of multiple layer to the same color as the background. And right now it's time for the boys. Calcharo kinda is the Vergil counterpart, or at least was inspired by Vergil. I have finished DMC 3 and 4 but haven't gotten around finishing DMC 5. But I love Vergil and his theme song is a banger, so this one came from the song cover art of Barry the Light. This one is based on this picture of Jason Statham, and somehow I thought it will fit well if I followed the lightning from the picture. And yeah, I really don't like this at all, doesn't really fit well with my art style. In the same vein of art that doesn't fit my art style, for the next one I basically copied my favorite character from Sakamoto Days, Nagumo. I specifically copied the cover art of chapter 64 where they are all posing. By looking at the other piece before, you can see how bad I draw men sometimes. And here are some more badly drawn men. Okay, so there is a gap between all the other pieces before and the upcoming one. I stopped drawing for a week, not because I'm burned out or anything, but there have been a lot going on lately, so I decided to fuck off to the mountain to clear my mind, until I came back and discovered this innovative technique called airbrush. I started using it a lot more, especially on the hair, which I have done before, but not to this extent. This is the first piece where I used that method, and you can see the hair look really reflective, which is the result I'm aiming for. Also, drawing two characters simultaneously is pretty hard. There are so many details you have to keep up with, and I need to make sure that my layers are ordered correctly, which is difficult for me to say the least. For the next attempt, I did go a little overboard with the airbrush. There need to be a balance with airbrush and line art, in which I also think I did really poorly on the next piece. But after a few days, I think I found a balance when using airbrush, which I think the next piece is my favorite for all of the pieces that I done, which I think I nailed it on my first time of drawing him. This is one of the pieces where I use multiple layer again, and I use a lot of watercolor and gouache for the background, especially for the cloud. I use the multiply and screen layer to its fullest potential by using airbrush to add a darker color for the darker parts, and using gouache to add light to the screen layer to add this watercolory feeling. The background and the coloring came together really well, which I'm really happy with. there is this one song called Kyurarin by Yoa. It's basically a song about depressed teenage girl where she struggled to keep going in life. I thought will fit Dungeon somehow because of her CBT appearance, and it kinda did fit. Also, this is where my art style started to divert a lot. I started using a lot of solid color brush and really honed in on the hair. And a while after that, I drew this. The inspiration for this piece came from this art of Bosumi, which is my biggest inspiration in drawing and what made me start drawing instead. I haven't really finished it though, so yeah. In this piece, I stopped using watercolor for anything and started using a lot more solid color brush and airbrush, which is definitely easier and feels more coherent. The video is supposed to be drawing process, but I feel like I will talk about the same process for 10 times in a row. So I'm going to yap about everything except drawing, and I'm going to explain my illustration process in the end. First, I make a normal layer to add the base color. Then I make a normal layer again to add airbrush to the darker parts like hair, eyes, or clothing. For the shading, I alternate a bit between normal and multiply layer as I mentioned before. Then I add a screen layer on top of everything to add airbrush for the like, and that is all. So yeah, check out my Twitter to support Black Business and also see Banger Art. Peace out guys.